Welcome to our wreath making class. Today we will be making wreaths using a grapevine base, some fresh cut noble fir, and adding some natural touches like berries and pine cones and a bow. So let's see what's in our kit. The first thing you should see is the grapevine wreath. Then you will see some fresh cut noble fir. Smells delicious. We also have a beautiful bow pre-made for you. All it needs is maybe a little bit of fluffing, which is definitely a time saver for us. Bow making is a different course. And then we've got some pine cones to add, some berries or bling, and wire to wire it all together. One thing you need to grab right away is a pair of scissors or wire cutters if you have them. We will be using that to cut the boughs as well as the wire. All right, let's make a wreath. Okay, the first thing you want to determine is which side of the wreath you want to face forward. I kind of like the looks of this side of my wreath. So I think I'm going to put my bow down first and kind of work from there. I think I like the bow in this smaller corner right here. There are little pieces of plastic in here that you can pull out. They're just there to help that bow maintain its shape, but this is also wired ribbon, so that's easily fluffed too. So take these out. Okay, so bow, there is wire on the back holding the two sections of the bow together. So you can use that wire to attach your bow. And then I'm going to flip it over and just twist tie it on there. There are still some leaves in here. You can leave those in or you can take them out. It's totally up to you. Okay, secured. And then we can decide which way we want it to face. As you can see, now my wreath is already starting to take shape, and this bow just decided for me that everything's going to happen on the right-hand side because it looks best that way. Now for the noble fir, we're going to use just the tips of this. So I'm going to pre-cut some of these. The needles will fall, so beware of that in your home. You should have gotten quite a bit in your kit. So you can have some larger pieces and some smaller ones. All right, so now that we've got a lot of the little boughs and tips cut, we're going to kind of lay it out how we think it should look, and then we'll start wiring everything in. So I think I want it to be wider on the bottom. More sparse at the top. Something like that. So there's two ways to go about this. The first one is, what's great about a grapevine wreath is there's lots of blank spaces in here that you can tuck those boughs into. So let's get this first one tucked in. I'm pushing it down into the grapevine. Let's take this one as well. And then I can kind of double up on wiring so I don't have to do so much wiring. Pushing it down in. Oops, come on. So it's nice and thick like that. And then we take our wire like so. And cut a good length of it. Try not to get it all tangled like me. Make sure the mount you have will go all the way around your wreath. Don't use your good sewing scissors. And then we will take it and right where that bough is stuck in there, I'm going to wire that down. Flip it over and just do that little twist tie trick again. So they're nice and wired down. And then snip, snip. Push these down so they're more in there so they don't scratch your door. Okay, all right, let's keep going. pushing this down in there. I'm gonna have to wire that one down. It's a little bouncy. Pushing more sprigs in. I hardly have to do any wiring on this. I want a littler piece for here. So you kind of want to look at it from all sides. And I like the natural look of the grapevine wreath, so I'm not going to try to cover it up too much. But you have plenty of boughs if you want to go all the way around. See how I just pushed that right in there? I already like how it looks. Looking pretty good. This bow will go kind of like this. Oh, it's got 3 tails. Once again, if you find yourself trying to add things just to add things, it might be time to stop. It's time to stop. Now, let's add in our pine cones. You can see that they're different little shapes and sizes, and they have great texture on the bottom and on the sides. So it's nice to add a little variety to it. So maybe a big and a little over here, kind of jaunty like that, and maybe one right there. Now, are you ready for the pine cone trick? Take your pine cone, take your piece of wire, and right in between these spaces at the bottom, put the wire around one whole row. Go all the way around, and then just twist. Ta-da! Pine cone on a wire. That way, you can put it wherever you like and wire it onto the wreath. So I liked it here, I think. You can go all the way around your wreath and make sure you go under your boughs so the wire is hidden. And there it is. And this bow is going to be fluffier. Pine cone trick again. Oops. Okay, and then this time I'm actually going to add a second one. This cute little baby pine cone. Just wrap it around. Like that. And then place them on the wreath and wrap it around again. You can go back through, make sure it's good and on there, and twist it. I'm twisting it around the other wire. There. I kind of like how that one's kind of hidden. You can put pine cones wherever you like. This is creative time. Now for your little bits of bling. Maybe I only want one. And you can spread the little berries out so that a little extra bling. And actually, it's not that I only want one. I think I'm going to cut this so that it's just a smaller one up at the top, so it kind of stays with my, it's getting heavier as it goes down around. So to cut this, you spread out some of these little berry balls, and you could even take them off individually if you wanted to and sprinkle them around. And then you score this a little bit. Oop, lost one. Oh, there we go. And some of them fell off, which is fine, because I just wanted a cute little sprig of them up here at the top. Ha! Love it. And this needs to be wired on. Now, as we're getting near the ends, we fluff that bow. And then we've got all these lovely tails. I've seen people wrap the tails up around or let them hang. And there is my wreath. It's pretty cute, if I do say so myself. Now you can always add more to these. I grabbed a couple things from Al's, like this great holly berry and this beautiful golden cedar, and it might complement that bow really nicely. Here is my completed wreath. I love it. It's more of an asymmetrical look with shorter on the top and longer on the bottom. The bow is a great central focal point. You could have done yours symmetrically, so have it equal on both sides. It's totally up to you and your creativity. I would love to see your pictures if you post them to our, message us on Instagram or tag us at least on Instagram, post them to our Facebook page. We would love to see what everybody's looks like, because I just think it's amazing how different each one of them is, even when we're given the same exact pieces and parts. One little care tip for these is to get wilt stop, and it's great for all of your fresh cut greens and your fresh cut Christmas trees. It's made of a pine resin, and it will actually keep them fresh longer. I look forward to doing another class with you again, and happy holidays.